Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today. My name is Susan Timchak and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'd like to welcome you here. If you're new to my channel, thank you for coming and seeing what it is I have to offer. If you're a brand new subscriber, thank you for joining me, and be sure to hit the subscribe button and the little bell next to it so that you'll receive notifications when I upload new videos. So I taught a class last night. We had a lot of fun. We made 12 cards, and we used one of the new Celebration Designer Series papers. And I was asked if I had any ideas for little treat containers for St. Patrick's Day. For Valentine's Day, I made some cute little mailboxes, and my customer, she really loved it. Other people did too. And I sold a lot of them at the craft show last weekend. But she challenged me to come up with some kind of little treat holder for St. Patrick's Day. So here I am, and I figured maybe many of you like to give out little goodies and such too. So let me show you what I came up with. Here is a cute little shamrock hat that I came up with. Now I did put some glue dots on the bottom so you can put your little treats in there. Being that this is, you know, gold, St. Patrick's Day, I think of rainbows and the pot of gold. Some little candies wrapped in gold paper, like the little Werthers, or maybe some of those little mints, the Andes mints with the green. Or I'm sure if you look around, you probably can find some St. Patrick's Day type of candy. So then all you have to do is put your little treat in there. The little glue dots are going to hold this down, and put that on there. This way they won't have to ruin it when they take out their little goodies. So isn't that cute? And I kind of stuck this little shamrock in there too, just for something added. So let me show you how quick and simple this is to make, and let's get started. All right, let me put that right there. Okay, so I love to take items that would normally go into the trash and try to find a way to recycle them, just to save on some trash, save the environment. So paper towel tubes or toilet paper tubes, this is what I use to create the base of my little shamrock treat. So this was actually a toilet paper tube, and I actually get 2 out of it. I cut this, and it's 2 inches going up and down. So like I said, you can create 2 of them out of it. Now I took a piece of this is Emerald Envy cardstock, one of our in colors. And well, you know, depending on what it is you're wrapping around and depending on how high your tube is, I mean, you can go a lot longer if you want to. Just make a piece that's long enough and wide enough to wrap around. So I put some of our sticky strip on the back of here. So let me just peel this off. And we used to sell that red tape, which, to me, that was a nightmare. And you had to cut it. When you peeled off the plastic, if you were able to peel off the plastic, it would be sticking everywhere. And, it was a nightmare. So this new tear and tape that we have is just so easy to use. You just tear it off. You don't even need scissors. The paper comes off the background, and it's super easy to use. So, okay, so we're going to take this, and we're basically going to wrap around our tube just like so. All right, let me just get this around here and seal that in the back. So there is that part. That's the hardest part, believe it or not. Okay, so I used some of our punches. This one is the 1 3/4 punch, and I also used the 2.5 inch punch. And out of the same cardstock, I punched out 2 circles. So one will go for the top. You can see how easy this is to put together. So I'm going to use some of our multi-liquid glue, and just use it sparingly. You don't really need a whole lot, just to go around one of the ends, which will be your top. Okay, just like that. And the smaller circle will be the one that goes onto the top. So the smaller circle will not be the one that is removed. Okay. And I'm working on one of our oh, and I forgot this in another video. Our silicone mats. Stampin' Up sells these, and this is great. You don't ruin your work surface with the glue by doing that. Okay, so I have another strip of black cardstock, and again, depending on how wide your little tube is, I'm going to fix this a little bit. Okay, and enough to wrap around, and I did this. This is about a 1/2 inch wide, and again, with our sticky strip, I put on the back of there. Now, when you go to put this on, remember that this is your back, so I kind of like to start in the back. And I didn't put it right along the edge. The first time I did it, I did, and then I realized, no, when I put my buckle on, I want my buckle to be a little bit higher. So I just left a little bit in the back. Just trim this off. Okay, so you just wrap that around. That's super simple, right? All right, I have a piece of our gold glimmer paper, and this I believe is, I don't know, 1/2 inch maybe, 1/2 inch square, just a little scrap. And I took just a small piece left over from the strip to make a little tiny black square. And, you know, I don't really have measurements to give you because it's, you know, the measurements are depending on however big or small you want to make these. But this is just basically to show the components of how to do it, and you can adjust your size accordingly. So I took that black, I put a little bit of our tear and tape on the back there. You can also use our glue dots. They work really well. You want to make sure you have something that holds on well though. So there's our little buckle. So again, a tear and tape on the back. And you can see I'm just, well, it's really simple to tear. And I did a little overhang on the glue tape there, but I'm going to show you what to do for that because you don't want any of that showing from the front. You just kind of fold it over toward the back. Okay, so where is my seam back there? So I want this to be my front. So I'm going to put that on there. See how simple this is to make? And the tear and tape holds really well. So there's that part of our hat. Now the only thing left is to put our base on, and my glue dots, what I did with those is I kind of peeled it off and I kind of rolled it up a little bit. And I'm going to put 4 of them crisscross each other. Just roll it up in your finger, just like this. Roll it up, stick it on. Okay. So you'll do 4 of those. And they are very sticky, but they'll hold your hat really nice if you have your little treats in there. So then the people that get it, you know, that you give your treat out to, once they eat the treats, they can keep this for a little decoration on their desk or wherever. So there is our bottom. Now these little shamrocks, I showed you in another video, but very simply to create them, I just punched out 3 hearts, one of our Stampin' Up! Punches. All right, just like that. So 3 of those. And then I also took from when I used the piece of cardstock to cut out these circles, to do the little piece on the edge, you're just going to take your punch and insert it in there and punch out just a little sliver. Okay, so just like that. Trim the end of that. Now, when I'm using this little silicone mat, doing something really small, I like to put my glue right on the mat. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip the end of my heart, and I'm going to work right on the mat because this will peel right off. You won't have to worry about your glue sticking all over your table. Okay, so put those 3 together. Let me trim this, excuse me, this other end too. I'm going to pick up some more glue for my little stem, which will go right in the back of there. Okay, so this one is already dried. Now you could use a little glue dot if you want to stick this in here, you know, or just, you know, kind of shove it in like that. So it's as easy as that. So there you go. So I hope you enjoyed this. Aren't they so cute? They would be great to give coworkers or friends. I mean, you can make them as big or as small as you like. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, be sure to leave me a thumbs up. Be sure to hit the subscribe and to like my video. And I want to thank you for joining me here today. And I hope you have a super Stampin' Day, and glimmer hugs to everyone. And we'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.